Brooklyn Center police are asking residents to be vigilant after a record number of catalytic converter thefts. Officials say they've seen an increase in thefts over the last 3 weeks. Reporter Sonia Goins shows why criminals like to target hybrid or newer vehicles.
If you park your ride on the street, you could be setting yourself up for heartbreak. Thieves can remove a catalytic converter from underneath a vehicle within minutes.
If the vehicle's higher off the ground, obviously it's easier for somebody to slide underneath there and cut them out.
Brooklyn Center police say they've had over 71 catalytic converters stolen so far this year. That's a 97% increase from the previous year.
So the best way that you're probably going to notice is the vehicle will be very loud. It will definitely sound different.
Charlie Stimmick says TGK Automotive in Crystal has had several vehicles come in because of stolen catalytic converters.
We've been seeing quite a bit, a lot of the imports being stolen due to the higher metal content inside of them.
Catalytic converters filter engine pollutants from vehicles. The inside of the canister is coated with valuable metals. Catalytic converters are like treasure troves for criminals. What they do is they take the metal inside and melt it and then eventually sell it.
When this is stolen, they'll cut it out from this piece of metal right here, and they'll cut this one out, and then they'll cut it from here to here.
Thieves like to target hybrid or newer vehicles because these types of models produce fewer emissions and don't damage metals inside the catalytic converter as much.
A lot of places that do recycle will not accept them. There is a market for people to cut them out and steal them because, yes, there is value in them.
Brooklyn Center police say there are several prevention tips. Don't park your car on the street, but if you have to, make sure the area is well lit. You can also engrave the VIN number on your vehicle's converter.
They do make aftermarket like cages and accessories that you can put on there to try to prevent theft.
Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Opening statements in the Kim Potter trial start Wednesday. Potter is the former officer who fatally shot Dante Wright during a traffic stop last April. The judge presiding over the case met Monday with the prosecution and the defense to finalize jury instructions. Jury selection wrapped up on Friday. Out of the 12-member jury, 9 are white, 2 are Asian, and 1 is black. The state also released its list of witnesses who may get called to the stand. The list includes 9 members of the Brooklyn Center Police Department, including the interim police chief and Officer Anthony Lucky, who Potter was training and attempted to arrest Wright before Wright was fatally shot. Potter is charged with first and second-degree manslaughter. Anyone with a craving for burgers, fries, and a shake now have a new dining option in Maple Grove. Shake Shack officially opened for business Monday morning. And as Delane Cleveland reports, this location is the first of its kind for the fast casual restaurant chain.
Well, we're thrilled to be here in Maple Grove,
in the parking lot of the Shops at Arbor Lakes. People braved the cold to celebrate the grand opening of Maple Grove's newest restaurant, Shake Shack.
Well, I think it's exciting to have it actually open here today. You know, it's a cold day, but an exciting day.
Exciting not just because Maple Grove has another dining option, but because this new addition occupies an underutilized section of the shopping center.
The way it was designed originally, it really was the parking got used several days a year, and that was it. And this really creates a much more functional use of the space.
Shake Shack officials are taking advantage of the functional use of this space. Of the company's more than 200 locations nationwide, this is the first with a drive-through option.
We've been working on this for so long and just really proud of everybody, our managers, our teammates, everybody all over the country has been working on this.
Enjoy your meal. Have a good one.
Monday morning, all that hard work paid off, as dozens of burger and milkshake craving customers packed into the store as soon as the doors opened to order one of their signature Shack burgers or frozen desserts. Not a bad way to help fight off Old Man Winter.
The burgers and fries keep you warm at the end of the day. So just get extra order cheese fries and it'll be all good.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
3rd and 5th grade students at Noble Elementary School in Golden Valley collaborated on a project combining literacy and technology with a nod to a very famous parade. Here's CCX's Jason Melillo with that story in today's School Spotlight.
It all started by reading a book called Balloons Over Broadway,
which is about one of the creators of the big inflatable balloons for the Macy Day Parade. He was originally a puppeteer. So then encouraged students to watch the Macy's Day Parade over break.
Third graders at Noble Elementary then got to pick an award-winning book to read themselves.
I picked The Bear Came Along.
And make their own mini parade floats based on a character in their book. But they didn't stop there.
We're picking a book so we can do on the project for the parade.
The floats were attached to mini robots, and fifth graders created a parade route using special coding markers that communicated with the bots.
It made the track a little more fun, because if they weren't there, it would just be going around in circles. And you could do like a tornado where it spins around.
Media specialist Rebecca Powers says coding is a language. Learning it will give kids a leg up in the future, but it's also fun.
I like to see the finished result in the product, and I like to see people happy with the result that I made.
I like seeing third graders enjoy it because you know that what you made has a purpose.
And for teachers, it's gratifying to see students collaborate and succeed.
Just that problem solving and seeing their excitement in solving a problem and seeing it work was just really, really rewarding.
Jason Malillo, CCX News.
A special group of artists suffering from dementia have their artwork proudly on display in Plymouth. This art is done by residents at Parks Place Memory Care. Residents have spent the past several months studying the work of artists like Van Gogh, Picasso, and Monet before doing their own art pieces. The artwork will be up until January until new projects get underway.
The Breakdown Sports Tip-Off Classic Girls Basketball Tournament featured 22 games over 2 days and some of the top teams in the state and the region, including both Hopkins and Wayzata.
The Wayzata girls basketball team looking to start the season 2-0, taking on Becker on the opening night of the Tip-Off Classic. Abby Krasinski draws an extra defender and finds Shannon Fornshell open on the baseline, and she scores to put the Trojans up 32-17. Then Bryn Senden on the drive and kick to Fornshell, open for a three-pointer. The junior nets 14 points in the night. Mara Braun doesn't need much space or time to square up and hit a three-pointer. Wayzata senior guard puts her team ahead 44-19. The Trojans led by 28 at halftime. Second half, Senden passes to a cutting Krasinski for 2 of her 14 points. 4 Trojans players score in double figures. Off an inbounds pass, it's Braun hitting another three-pointer. She leads all scorers with 22 points as Wayzata routs Becker 80-52. Then Class 4A's top-ranked team, Hopkins, playing on its home court against Wisconsin power Appleton East. First half, Nunu Agara hits a three-pointer to give the Royals the lead for good at 9-7. Maya Najee only needs a couple of big strides to get to the basket and score on the layup. All 5 Hopkins starters, including Najee, score in double figures. Appleton East pulls to within a point of Hopkins with 10 minutes to play in the first half on this three-point basket by Emily LaChapelle. But then the Royals go on a 22-2 scoring run. Amaya Battle goes coast to coast after getting the defensive rebound. She scores 15 points in the game. Battle passes ahead to Taylor Woodson, who then gives it up to Liv McGill for the layup, and it's 38-23 Hopkins. McGill scores 16 points in the night. McGill picks up an assist here, feeding Woodson for the basket and one. Woodson leads the Royals with 19 points as Hopkins goes on to win big over Appleton East, 91-59. The Royals played again Saturday against defending state champion Chaska, and Hopkins blew out the Hawks 70-45. All 5 Hopkins starters again scored in double figures. Providence Academy, one of the state's best in Class 2A, beat a good Benilde St. Margaret's team 56-48 behind 18 points from 8th grader Madden Greenway. The boys tip-off classic is this weekend.
The Park Center boys basketball team is becoming a perennial contender. The Pirates have been to the section championship the last 4 seasons and also made the state tournament in 2019. As Jason Malillo reports, PC should be a top squad again this winter.
The Park Center boys basketball team played a lot of hoops together this past summer and fall.
We got to get that chemistry up, so once we go into the season, we'll be on fire on all cylinders.
Most schools, they don't have open gyms during the summer, so for us to have access to the gym almost every day, help us, build our chemistry.
Seniors Ayuba Berthay, Leo Torbor, and Braden Carrington are returning starters. Carrington and Torbor will both play Division I college basketball next year. James Spencer and transfer Cody Penbaker will likely round out the starting five. And the Pirates will have a deep bench as well.
Last year, I'd say it was like me and like Jalen Cook, more of the main scorers. This year we had Leo, me, Cody, James. Pretty much our whole starting lineups really can score.
Head coach James Ware is pretty high on this team.
I would put this team up to probably any Park Center team that we've had, to be honest, in the last few years. We had the team a couple of years ago that went 30-1 and finished with a third place finish that season. I'm not saying we're going to go 30-1 this year, but I am really pleased with this group.
It's a group of young men with fabulous work ethic and dedication to each other, and hopefully that has laid the foundation for a special season to come. Jason Melillo, CCX Sports.
Park Center's first game is Tuesday at Edina. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.